back to the Guns Complete podcast featuring myself, Spencer, and my friend Matt with the Untitled Gaming TV, friend and co-host. Sorry, Matt, I forgot. And straight from the halls of Dracula's moving castle, Fiskeg. How's it going?
Hey, it's pretty good. I nailed it down, guys. I found Dracula's castle. I was like, nope, stay here, dude. He's like, okay, cool. Kill me now. I'm like, okay, cool. Here's your son. He'll do it. He's like, cool. And I was like, cool. And then it was cool.
That's surprisingly like cordial.
Succinct.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's not a bad guy. He just wants to kill humanity, but it's whatever. I mean, who doesn't some days? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, every day.
Every fucking day. Let's go.
Speaking of killing humanity, Fiskeg, why don't you tell us what you've been playing?
No, hold on. I'm trying to do a tweet real quick. I forgot to do it during the thing.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
What can I vamp off real quick? I've been playing a lot of Graveyard Keeper because it was on sale. I'm like, okay, yeah.
It's like the evil version of Stardew Valley, yeah?
Essentially, but like also on cocaine because there's like a bunch of shit you have to constantly do at the beginning. And it's just like you're trying to keep up with these dead bodies you got to bury. And you got to make sure that you're working towards like unlocking new areas and whatnot. And it's fun. It's a lot of fun, but it's like really overwhelming at first. Like I played like my first save file, played for like a couple hours. Then I realized oh, probably should have saved some of those iron ores for other stuff instead of just selling them. Whoops.
Yeah, I'm like consistently afraid of selling shit that I'm going to need later in games.
It's so much easier when they have a little thing that says, you should just sell this to a merchant.
Yeah.
I'm like, sick.
This is junk.
Yeah.
Thank you, game.
Thank God. The cool part that they do with items is that you don't have to necessarily have your items on you to craft stuff. If you have like if you have the materials in a trunk in that area, it'll automatically apply it to like making stuff. So that's kind of handy.
Yeah, that's a nice I had a word and until I forgot it.
A nice quality of life change.
Quality of life. That's the exact phrase I was thinking of.
I know.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
You have to start charging me rent, dude.
In my mind?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, we're just going to talk about our finances.
For right now.
Live on the podcast.
Hey, do you want to start?
Actually, I've been meaning to tell you. I don't know how to say it, but
you got to go.
Bye-bye. But I don't want to.
Live on stream.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
Yeah,
Tweet's done. So yeah, Graveyard Keeper's a lot of fun. I think it's still on sale right now. So if you're into like wasting a bunch of hours maintaining a graveyard, which is actually a lot more fun than it sounds like, then go for it.
It's not a waste if it's fun, dude.
Exactly. Let's see. I played a little bit of Oriental Empires. It's kind of like Civilization.
I was interested in that game.
Yeah, I mean it's just like Civilization, except for it's just Asian culture.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's I had a little fun with it. I might come back to that after I get done with Graveyard Keeper.
Dude, I've been wanting to play a grand strategy-ish game with a big group of people on stream because I think they would be fun. But you got to pick the right game because some of them
and the right people.
And the right people.
People who can actually handle that shit.
Exactly.
Like, can I don't know. Oh, I think I fucked up. Oh, geez. Well, I guess I'm done, guys. It's round 3. How did you fuck up so bad? I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
The big problem that I think of every time is, hey, dude, why are you attacking me? All right, man, I thought we had an agreement. And then two people get in like a big war, and then they bring in like maybe they're the biggest ones, and so other people have to just like pick a side, and then now it's like this big world war situation, or one person's just like standing off to the side, building up points on some other unrelated shit, and then they win from the back.
It doesn't fucking matter, okay?
The point is...
Shut up, okay? I'll tell you what fucking matters, all right?
Oh, shit.
In these games, all right?
Yeah.
Look, I'll tell you.
Okay, well,
whoever has
I know what he's gonna say.
the Great Wall of China, as long as I get that, there'll be no wars. There'll be no strife. Our lands will live in prosperity. But if you construct the Great Wall of China before thyself, Gandhi will look like a puppy compared to what I'll do. big.
So you're really all
Matt's
about that Great
greatest
Wall of
joy.
China.
I
Yeah.
really like the Great Wall of China.
Oh, okay.
It's cool because it grows around your like influence border thing. It's
Yeah.
neat. It's
Yeah,
cool.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, you have to leave the game and come back for it to grow sometimes.
So that was in Civ 5. I don't know if it's been fixed in Civ 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? Well, Oriental empires, that's like nothing but the Great Wall of China. Because I think it's in China. I think Shu was Chinese, if I remember correct. I had to double check it. I'm probably just being racist again. Who knows? Fuck it. Fuck
I
it.
don't think it's an unrealistic assumption. I think,
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense. It doesn't specify a
Yeah,
particular empire.
I'm sure it does somewhere. I just don't read or don't care. Let's see. Oh, I played some more Red Dead 2, but I'm done playing that because, oh boy, I went to do a side mission because I'm like, okay, it's been a week since I played it. Now I can actually relax and, casually enjoy the game. So, I kill a bounty or I get a bounty and I go do a side mission. It's where basically you have to go kidnap a guy in Saint Denis, and you do this, and you're supposed to like carry him back to a mansion. But the thing is, you're supposed to like avoid police officers and whatnot along the way. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Well, I get caught, and it's like mission over. I'm like, oh, okay, no big deal, whatever. So I do it again, beat the mission and whatnot. The moment I leave the mansion, police are after me because apparently the wanted level thing from the failed mission, it carried over into the game that I continued somehow.
That's weird.
Which does so. Well, it gets better. So I'm like, oh shit, I got to get out of here. And like I'm like trying to run away, but there's like so many cops. So I'd like shoot at some of them to get them like off my back. And I go around this corner. And I shit you not, there's like maybe 15 to 20 cops that show up out of fucking nowhere. They kill my horse. They kill me. Yeah, they kill my fucking horse. Yeah, I got him. Like, he's like the first horse I got in the epilogue because, like, holy shit, this is like the best horse you can get.
Is it the Black Arabian?
No, it's something different. But I was like, and like I wasn't for sure if it was dead until I died because I'm like, oh well, maybe it saved and maybe I got my horse. Nope, I got some basic bitch horse. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to exit the game and I'm never going to pick this up again because this is the last cut. This is the final straw on the camel's back because of some alternate timeline bullshit that somehow carries over into a new timeline. Doesn't make any goddamn sense because this game is buggy in every just tiny little bits. It's just... It makes me so mad because I want to like the game. Really, I really just want to like enjoy the game. But every time I come back to it, it's like another tiny little thing that just fucks you over. It's like, fuck, I'm trying, dude. Okay.
Death by 1,000 cuts. Yeah.
I'm just trying to like it. Why are you being a dick all the time?
It's so difficult. It's like you don't even put links in the Slack.
Yeah. You don't even try. You even look out for stories, but you never share them. What the fuck?
What the fuck, Red Dead? That's what we're talking about.
That's strangely.
Yeah,
meta.
that's what we're strange new meta, but okay. So yeah, I'm probably done with that for at least for a long time.
I'm assuming you have like a save you could go back to though, right?
I think my last save that I had, and honestly, I could go out and buy the horse again. That's not the problem.
It's the
is not
principle
like
of the matter.
it's not even. It's just like you bond with that horse. The horse was like a level 3 already. I was like, okay, cool. We're getting there. We're tight. And then 20 cops from an alternate timeline come down and hunt me down like I'm some goddamn time traveling.
Cops.
Exactly. I'm fighting Jean-Claude Van Damme's everywhere. Hope that's a mod in the PC version. Just all the cops are Jean-Claude Van Damme. So that's my Red Dead 2 soapbox of the day.
That really sucks,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, so that's cool. Need to eventually come out with a video or something for that because I have all the footage. I just have yet to do something with it.
I was gonna say I can't imagine what you would do if they killed your horse.
There would not be a cop left in the fucking district.
I think you would go on a rampage, and then you'd save. You'd like live with it.
I would live with it.
Oh, they deserve it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they like. I don't even think about it. I'm so mad thinking about it.
We came dangerously close. I think once, like really close, where there was some bullshit happening with the cops, and you jumped off the horse real quick to try to draw fire because you're like, "Don't shoot my horse."
Yeah, they had already shot it like twice, and I was like, "No,
Jesus,
you take me. Man. You can take me. You leave Ghost out of this." Even though he doesn't do shit when someone else knocks me off and he rides away into the sunset, he's just joyous no matter what.
Yeah, I haven't seen a single horse buck anybody off when you get on it, except for the one time Matt got on someone else's horse and it bucked him off.
No. Maybe Ghost is blind.
Well, your other horse didn't.
Yeah, he didn't either. That motherfucker was a war horse.
No, well,
the war horse that whined about everything.
Yeah, he was jumpy. Apparently not jumpy enough. Anyways.
Oh, no, I think that was, I also played a good game. I played Castlevania Lament of Innocence over the week. Beat that. That was actually pretty fun. I mean, it kind of got a little bit repetitive because it's one of the few Castlevania games where there's not like a leveling system, kind of. Like usually like in the Castlevania games, you're like exploring. And a good way to tell that if you you shouldn't be in the area yet is if there's a giant minotaur that cuts you in half or something, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like this thing killed
so
me
you
immediately.
had to,
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you just kind of like go farm fleamen for a while and kill them and whatnot. But this one is like everybody's the same level, so any encounter can be, your last one if you're stupid. So watch out for that.
Those games are my fucking like bane.
Yeah.
Those types of games, because I will make the mistake.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it happens. And like, I think I only died, well, except for the final boss fights, which were actually surprisingly harder than like the optional, like most older games like that. Like the secret boss is like 10 times harder than the final boss usually. Mm-hmm. And the super secret boss was actually kind of a lot cooler because he's like some giant like abomination that was like trapped in the castle for millennia. That's and cool. You go get it. A special thing to unlock it, and like you basically fight his lower half, then you fight his arms, and you work your way up to his face, and then he just is like hanging dead in some guy's basement now.
Nice.
So that was fun, but the final boss fights were kind of crazy. I was like, oh, okay, suddenly just got a billion times harder. Oh, great, I'm dead. Cool. All right, cool. But I mean, they were okay. After like dying 2 or 3 times, I finally got it. I was like, oh, I see what you're up to. But, well, Men of Innocence is fun. It had a lot of good things to it. The story's kind of goofy, but, I mean, it is Castlevania, so it's going to be a little bit goofy.
Right.
What's next on the chopping block?
Should be Dracula. Castlevania 3, I think. Yeah, because that's the next one.
For that?
I think it's just Castlevania 3, but, I mean, maybe...
And that's like the SNES one?
I don't know if it's SNES or NES. I think it's NES, but let me see. Castlevania 3. Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. Okay, excuse me. Third video came Nintendo Entertainment. Oh yeah, so it was for Nintendo.
Oh my god! Gotcha. Yeah, it came out in 1989. I mean, the box art.
Oh yeah,
that box art though. Back when people thought like a gray was good as just a solid color on a box.
On a box.
Oh yeah. On a fucking books. Oh wow! Apparently back then, if your body could win a trip to Dracula's hometown, woohoo!
Transylvania.
I think so, yeah. And I can't quite read the fine details,
Isn't that like in
but
Turkey.
I think so.
Modern
yeah, it's
Turkey.
Like,
yeah.
Maybe in Romania.
Romania, probably somewhere in Romania. But anyways, maybe. That's the one that basically where the Castlevania Netflix series is based on. Mm-hmm. So it has Trevor Sypha or whatever name is, Alucard, and some other Guy Ritchie. I don't know. So yeah, that's next on the list. I'll probably be playing that next Thursday at 6 p.m. on twitch.tv/fistcake. So go check it out there. Whoa. But yeah, I highly recommend Lament of Innocence if you're into the Castlevania games. Pretty quick, fun game. Only took me like 9. I mean, I probably could have been like 8 or 7, but I wanted to like spread the stream out a little bit longer. I'm like, okay, I'll do optional bullshit now. So let's do that. Cool.
I'm really curious to see if Castlevania 3 is going to be one of those situations where, because like usually the older games, they're shorter, but they're harder. They tend to be hard, so it takes longer because it just requires attempts and care. So
Yeah.
I wonder if it's actually going to be a longer playthrough or if it'll be about the same. Yeah.
We'll find out. Apparently, the Famicom version is a lot easier. So I don't know. Well, we'll see how that goes. I'll have to see if I want to use my Famicom home entertainment system or my Nintendo entertainment system that I have at home to play Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse.
Yeah, I mean, because you use the retro games tag when you're playing on Twitch, so obviously you have those. Like,
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. So, anyways, what have you two been playing?
Well,
Monday we played Dark Souls 2.
That
Oh, yeah, I
game,
forgot about that,
that experience, that stream is
Maybe one of the worst streams we've ever done.
Yeah, it had some weird energy, but yeah.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Zappy.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Zappy Effects.
Way to go, Zap.
Zap Effects.
And, you know, I'm glad. I'll be happy when that game's over.
Yeah,
Man, just the
It's
like
just a slog.
like the council downfall, where it was good, and then it was fucking trash,
and then trash, and
Yeah.
then trash,
and it just
trash.
it's worse and worse,
I think mostly it has to do,
and it hurts. I feel betrayed.
Yeah, I think mostly it has to do with like our just there's like a general baseline of irritation that's slowly rising with the game, and so we're taking less and less of the game's bullshit. Whereas before, I think in the beginning of the game, we were like, "Oh, well, it's Dark Souls, so you know, blah blah blah, blah and it's still pretty good right now." And you know, and then you make the assumption, like any idiot would, that the game will only get better over time, or at least stay the same. And what it did was it seems like all of this small negative stuff that were kind of like showing through the surface at the beginning didn't change and just became more visible and more punishing. And we're so over level for stuff, but then still getting caught by bullshit.
Yeah.
And
Well,
just
it's
not
the
even
weird,
fun.
like, it's the weird scaling they do with a multiplayer. I think it's half of it because, like, 4 people, not everybody's not doing as much damage, but 2 people, everybody's like slaying shit
Right.
left and right.
Like,
Doesn't make any sense.
yeah.
Yeah, it feels really like incredibly against 4-player co-op for some unknown reason.
They just want to punish you for enjoying the game. Welcome to Dark Souls.
The real Dark Souls starts with Dark Souls 2.
Yeah. You're not a true
The
Dark
real
Souls
Dark
fan.
Souls
unless
starts
you-
with 4 players.
Yeah.
So hopefully like 2 more streams of that, maybe it'll be done.
I don't know if Colder can last another stream, man.
Hey, how's it going? You decide.
Hey, how's it going? You decide.
Hey, you.
And then Tuesday we played the new-ish Call of Cthulhu game.
Yeah.
That game is
Are you gonna say it?
about a 5 out of
Are you
10.
gonna say it?
It's okay.
Yeah, it is
Yay.
okay.
It has some stupid shit in it that is just asinine. And then they're like, yeah, you got, these are some choices. And then like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then like all of a sudden you're like, we're like buddies.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
It's insane because you play the game and you know in your heart of hearts, oh, I probably picked the wrong option, right? Or, like, oh, I'm going to say this because it's going to have this response. And instead it's like the game just like, it's like if you've ever role played with somebody and they don't want you to fail, so they just kind of make it work. It's like the game's just making things work for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh,
Damn.
no, it's okay. He's the cop who previously was like, what the hell are you doing here? I'm going to take you in.
Yeah.
Is okay with you because you found
Instantly.
a portrait. And
Look at that pain over there. He's like, oh, shit.
And Matt's the one playing the game. Matt totally avoided the option to come up with the plan that the game did anyways.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even choose the option that then the game was just like, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do that plan. Because it just, all roads lead to cop help.
Yeah. I don't know. It was weird. It's definitely, and it's so unoptimized.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had like fix all the settings.
Yeah.
I mean, on one hand, it's great because it's not like we're getting set back. We're always moving forward, right?
True.
And the storyline is it's in that weird like amoeba state where we have no idea what the fuck's going on, and I would appreciate answers, and that's the only reason why I'm interested is maybe a little answer some of these questions I have.
And then I completed The Witcher 3's main storyline and the one DLC for Hearts of Stone or something.
How was that?
So I got the good ending for The Witcher 3 series alive. But the problem is when you take, I don't know, like 8 months off of The Witcher and then come back and forget who you romanced, a little thing happens where if you romance Triss and Yennefer, which is what I did by mistake, you get a quest line where they're going to have a threesome with you. All right. And you're like, oh, that's sick. I'm going to have a threesome.
Wait a
well,
second.
They don't actually have a threesome. They hook you to a chain, like a bed of, they chain you up on bed, and then they just they dip. And then they don't want anything to do with you. So I was like, fuck that. That's not going to happen to me. I spent about an hour looking up a way to reverse this. And eventually I got I looked up a save editor because I was like, I'm going to edit my save. This is not going to happen.
This is what it's come to.
So I ended up using the console.
You used the console?
Yeah, the console commands to change it. And those fucking things are buried. I had to look. They don't tell you like any of that shit.
Well,
So I decided to go with Yennefer. But the problem that I have with this fucking game is so good, but they space out the romances between Triss and Yennefer by like 20 hours, right? So you hang out with Triss like all at the beginning, and you're just like, and then you see Yennefer on and off and whatever, but you don't actually get to spend any time with her until the second half near the end of the game, and then you don't spend any time with Triss. So if you lock yourself into Triss in the beginning, you already have to have played the game because you have no idea.
Right.
Like, there's so much time that separates it that you're like, I don't know, like, you don't get to know them like at the same pace.
Is this a we were on a break type scenario?
No.
Because the time apart, like, oh, I'm assuming that now I'm done with Triss and I haven't seen her in like 20 hours.
Yeah.
Yennefer's available.
And also, like, the game is great, but the choices that you get for the love scene with Yennefer or whatever is like literally it's I love you, okay, or I feel nothing for you.
Oh,
no gray area.
There is no let her down easy. There is no because I thought about it and I was like, well, I don't want to fucking say that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say it. I wouldn't say that to anybody. You gotta kill my horse in Red Dead for me to say that. All right?
I feel nothing for you.
So they kind of lock you into this, like, either be an asshole or commit. But if you, 20 hours ago, you've already committed to Triss, and
be an asshole.
You have the same options. You're like, I don't want anything to do with you romantically, or, oh, I love you too. I'm like, these are hardcore. There's no like.
So they guilt you into getting the option where you get tied to the bed, because they set up a situation in the beginning where you only see Triss and you only get options with Triss, and then later on you get options with Yennefer, and you think, oh, you're in the clear.
Also, you can sleep with a multitude of other women, and they don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's about emotions.
But
man.
if you sleep with either one of them, then they give a shit. I'm not saying that's poor writing. I'm just saying I got questions. All right, because that's not fair.
I want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Why can't we just have a one night stand and be friends?
Because I had slept with the other sorceress lady. There's another one, a third one.
Oh yeah,
she's a conjurer or some shit. Yeah.
Matt
I slept with her.
That's uncharacteristic of Matt.
And it was fine. I'm role playing as Geralt.
Oh Okay.
But if I had known that that was going to cause that quest line to happen, I never would have done that.
Yeah.
And it's bull, and there's no way you can talk your way out of it. That's it. Literally, they play that scene. They're like whatever, and then you go to talk to them about it, and they're like, I don't want to have anything romantically involved with you ever again. We're done. And you're like, I haven't seen you in 8 months and 20 hours. Okay, Tris,
You can't
you
be
need
mad
to
at me.
chill. All right.
I didn't know. I thought you were dead. Okay.
Yeah, it's just fucking. I don't know.
Man, that is a story.
Yeah. Oh, well, I have some other gripes.
Okay.
There's
okay.
also like a bunch of things you have to do with Siri to get the good ending, and choices you have to make. And I just made the choices that I would make, like normally, but they're so obtuse that you have no idea that they're gonna affect the outcome, whether she lives or dies.
Yeah.
Like no
So you
idea.
can't know.
You're like, okay, I'll go around with you and help you seek revenge on people and then thank people that helped you along on your little journey. But if you're like, hey, I can't go right now, that counts as a negative. And
Oh, shit.
that counts
So you gotta drop
towards
everything
her overall. There's like a pluses and minuses scaling that starts halfway like through the game once you start interacting, once you find her. That if you don't do all these things, if you have more negatives than positives, then her ending is bad.
Wow.
And they don't tell you any of that. You don't have to tell me that, but they use the same code for everything. Like, I'll go with you now, or we don't have time right now. We'll do it later. Like every other quest line has that exact same shit where you're
Right.
like,
Yeah.
I'll go with you now, or I'll meet you there. And I've used that. I used both. It's just by happenstance. I was like, fuck it, let's go. I'm being a good Witcher dad. I'm gonna help
Witcher daddy.
my Witcher daughter.
Yeah.
That's literally the only reason why I got the good ending, because I was like, I'm just gonna,
Maybe
Be
I'm
that's,
gonna be a good Witcher dad.
Yeah.
The only thing going through my head.
Yeah.
that's how they weed out all the bad Witcher dads.
And then at the end, I was like, oh, is she fucking dead? Is she dead? I'm looking it up. And I'm playing through the game because I'm like, I'm going to load. If she's dead, I'm loading.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Back.
I'm only playing this game one time this year. All right, so I'm loading. So I
Yeah.
did all this research while the cutscenes are playing. I'm like, is she fucking dead? I'm like distraught. I have Witcher tears. Like, it's, turns out everything was good. I did everything right. And I got her a sword, and she's alive, and it's sick. Now I only have one DLC left.
Nice.
And then that'll be it.
Wow.
What's the last DLC?
The Blood and Wine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Which is what they said
So,
recommend to end with.
The real question is, are you going to beat Red Dead 2 anytime soon?
As soon as I beat this DLC for The Witcher 3, it's back to Red Dead.
Oh,
And then
okay.
Smash.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Smash. I'm going to have like a week to do it. I'll do it.
Fuck it, I'll do.
Yeah. Don't wait for me, Matt. Just get it done.
Just do it.
So that's my Witcher tales. And we play Pokemon Go. So we can talk about Pokemon Go now.
Oh yeah. Pokemon Let's Go. That game is great. So Matt was saying last week that it was a good game, and I hadn't seen anything of it yet because he just had that one stream. But we had 2 streams in between then and now,
and one casual.
and one casual play of it on my save or whatever. And
keep
that
it
game's hella
cash.
fun. There's only a few things that are like a little bit annoying, and kind of force us to play differently than what would usually be,
Yeah.
I guess, most engaging. The main thing being there are so many NPC fights or battles inside certain areas, especially the ones with Team Rocket, that literally Matt was just like, yo, can you just... Because honestly, when we're both playing co-op and I'm there and I have a Pokemon and he has a Pokemon, right? Because that's like a great system. It takes so much longer to get through because almost every character gets a one hit because we're just a boss like that. And Zippy Zap is the best move in the entire game.
Yeah. Yeah, but they still go through the fucking like text and everything of the other move, and it's like that move failed. You don't have to say that.
And it takes up PP.
We know.
So even if it fails, it takes up PP. It's just like,
Oh, that sucks.
weird. Yeah, so we can be both in there, and then Matt uses a move and destroys their Pokemon, and then they have to bring the next Pokemon out, but my Pokemon still does the attack, and it fails.
Yeah. Weird.
And that takes up a PP, and then the Pokemon comes back out, and Matt destroys their Pokemon. And it's like the second Pokemon, obviously, it's just there for insurance and for fun for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in limited circumstances where they aren't one shot, then they're gonna get the 1-2 punch of what usually ends up being Pikachu and Nidoking, because you taunt Nidoking Flamethrower and Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
So he's rocking it.
Oh shit! There you go.
But no, I mean, what ended up happening was I just dropped out, and it was so much faster for you just to go through and just solo all the Team Rocket guys. Yeah. Because it was I think the battle's probably almost twice as fast.
Yeah, it's like almost twice as fast.
Because you don't have to wait for me to make my choice and then wait for my Pokemon to do something and all that stuff. And so I just like hung out, and I mean I was looking up stuff anyways half the time, just trying to
understand the mechanics of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it seems like to me the biggest bonus to having a co-op player is just for catching Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's about it.
Yeah, and then sometimes the catching shit is kind of, I don't want to say it's bad, but it's not like it's cool, but the way that they've like done the difficulty for the catching wild Pokemon seems random, where like Eevee is just as harder to catch than a Rapidash
of the same level
or higher.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make any sense. And even after I give it a berry and stuff like that, like we were doing plenty of times where we try to catch that Eevee. We got excellence, greats, and all sorts
with like
of
an
other,
Ultra Ball.
Yeah, with Ultra Balls, and you get a bonus for doing 2 people.
Yeah.
It's easier. So it's just like, I don't know. It's not like they didn't like balance that portion of the game, I don't think, as good as they could have.
I wonder if maybe they're. I want to look up to see if there's more ways for you to get berries and stuff like that, because it really seems like to me, well, you can only use 1 berry at a time, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so the way the game works for anybody who doesn't know, with the catching, the circle that closes slowly over the Pokemon that gives you time to throw the ball is a different color depending on the difficulty, and that color changes more from red to green. Usually, the better Pokeball you have, and whether or not you give them a berry and those types of things. And we were using Ultra Balls on level like 30 some odd Pokemon, and they were still at like a red circle. And then they would only go.
It was like an orange circle.
Yeah, and then even using a berry, sometimes the color just wouldn't change, or it would like barely change.
Jesus.
And it's like, oh, I'm trying to catch this Eevee with an Ultra Ball, and we're doing the synchronized catch, and we gave him a berry,
and we got an
excellent, and then it still has I mean, we tried. I think we wasted, like
10 or 15 balls on one Eevee.
Yeah.
That was weird. I saw you do the Snorlax thing. That was weird by itself, because you fought it.
Yeah.
And then it took like 15 fucking tries to actually catch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was worried
with Ultra Balls and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, I should be tired now. Oh God, it's still fighting so hard. Please stop. Jesus.
Yeah, just randomly, like every other time you encounter a wild Pokemon, you just do the whole ball throwing thing. But then randomly, okay, now Snorlax So Snorlax is one of a few Pokemon that you have to battle beforehand, which is kind of cool because it sets you up in your head to assume that the legendary Pokemon are going to be the same way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that way that's not a surprise, I guess. But it was just like, oh, I didn't think this was going to be a thing. We are actually fighting a wild Pokemon right now.
Yeah. It's just weird. Like,
yeah,
and like we looked it up. We did a bunch of research between the Friday stream and the Saturday stream.
Yeah.
On best to optimize catching and all that shit. And
Right.
we were pretty much doing everything that we could to optimize the stuff. It just didn't seem to matter.
Yeah. In the vein of Red Dead Redemption, one of the main like the most important thing in trying to catch a Pokemon is when you hit the ready button to move the menu out of the way and to get ready to throw the ball. It decides where center is for your controller based on the position your controller is when you hit the button. So if you don't have it pointed directly at the screen where you want it to be and then press ready, instead press ready over here and then try to center, it's going to assume your ball is over here.
Yeah. And it was sometimes where I would hit the ready button, everything was fine. I'd throw the ball straight and it'd be like, nah, you going straight left, dude.
Like it wouldn't
straight left.
Like it didn't properly recenter or something like that.
Yeah.
And there's no indication of where you're centered on the thing. So you can't know until you throw.
Well, that's just how life goes. You don't know until you throw, you know?
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's the way I live my life because I'm bad at throwing. People who are good at throwing, they would know.
But yeah, if only they, and then another weird thing is that when there's a legitimate like 2-on-2 battle, it kicks Spencer out of the game.
Yeah. So now all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The co-op
so
player
weird.
can't play.
Yeah.
And I looked it up and there's no way to get around it. That's just the way the game is.
That's so stupid.
What?
That's like the one time that like you're actually needed, you know? Besides like the catching one, I'm like you said, like the 2-versus-1 battles were super easy, anyways. So like the one time where you should participate in, they're like, nah, no, you're fine.
No, you can't play.
And what's weird is that they went. It's like they're. I don't know. Maybe it's because there's really not that many double battles in the game so far. There's been maybe a total of 5. So maybe it's like, oh well, we don't want to. I don't know. To me, it seems harder. Like it seems like I'm already there. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Just let me control the other the Pokemon. But instead, it doesn't even take it that the support trainer is.
No,
like
he gets beamed out.
Yeah, it's like
So stupid.
yeah, it's weird.
But I think what they should do is they should add option for the all battles to be double battles. So if they have more than one Pokemon, it sends out both of them.
Yeah, that would be cool.
To balance it for 2 players.
Yeah, because none of the stats change if you have a support trainer. Like it doesn't try to balance the game accordingly. It's just as if you're playing it solo, but now there's a second Pokemon attacking at the same time. So it's
You're
going
just gang
to be
banging
easy.
everybody.
Yeah, it's ridiculously easy. We've I think only 2 Pokemon, maybe 3 Pokemon have fainted the entire playthrough.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that was
Yeah,
more
that's-
just because I was like, I don't care.
And I'm not even sure if you've lost a battle yet.
I've not lost a battle.
No gym leader,
you go.
nothing.
Yeah.
In fact, I
True
made
Pokemon
it,
master.
yeah, I made it a stream rule just for the sake of, was it like posterity or whatever, that I wasn't going to be in the gym battles, so at least it was challenging. Otherwise, if I was in the gym battles, then we would just set up like the dream team, perfectly designed to handle any option, and then just go ga 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 and kill them.
yeah.
Because it's absolutely possible.
Well, I can see them doing like a lot with this game because it's been selling pretty well, at least in Japan and whatnot, and people seem to love it. So
No, it's really good. So besides all of that,
yeah, no, sorry, I'm
Right.
not saying like, oh, you guys fucking hate this game because you
No.
do enjoy it. You're just
Right.
nitpicking on, well, not nitpicking. You were picking on the few details that kind of like
Could be
well,
improved.
why? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like why you do that.
yeah,
But yeah, so I hope maybe, I mean, they could probably like make a mode or something where you do 2v2 battles or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely feel like there's a good chance that it's also Nintendo and it's also the Pokemon company, right? So
Game Freak.
Game Freak, they're going to update the game and try to make it better anyways. Like it's to be expected, but the game also did well, so there's even more incentive.
Yeah. I think a lot of people have the same exact gripes as we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, besides that, the flow is great. Being able to see the Pokemon before you catch them is amazing. So you can choose it. The entire the gameplay loop of trying to get a catch combo to be able to get access to higher level Pokemon or to get rare
Or
Pokemon,
rare
too,
Pokemon.
or to get a shiny Pokemon is awesome. And
It's fun.
yeah, it's really fun. And really, it's just like these small things. If they could, I don't know, maybe even provide just a bit more explanation about why some of it's happening, Because really it's just frustration, like not even really frustration, but mild annoyance at not knowing why something's happening. But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. I have not gotten bored.
Yeah,
We played so long the first stream, and then we played for, I think we had a total of a 7-hour or 7.5-hour stream yesterday, including Melee. So we played Melee for 3 to 4 hours, and then we played another 3+ hours afterwards, and we would have kept going, but we got tired.
Yeah. We're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
it's already been 13,000 hours.
So
yeah,
but yeah, moving on. Pokemon Let's Go is a great game. Fiskate, why don't you tell us about our first topic here regarding a particular popular game?
Well, believe it or not, when Shenmue got funded, like within Shenmue 3 got funded within 2 days or whatever, a couple of years ago. Well, it's weird because they made like a lot more money apparently. For some reason, the article says they raised nearly $7.2 million, but on the actual Kickstarter page it says only 6,333,000 so far. So,
well, because I think Sony said that they were going to bump it $1 million or something like that. They're going to give it $1 million.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's see. Okay, Kickstarter wrapped in the companion recently.
Oh, it says it right in the article.
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Here I go again.
Put that in the Slack link area.
Yeah.
Here, baby. It's right here. All of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
Okay.
We just wish you would share your knowledge with us. That's all. Okay. We just humbly request your knowledge in the Slack chat. So yeah, it's raised almost $7.2 million. Somehow did not manage to make all of its Kickstarter goals. Only, the majority of them.
Right. And the ones are so crazy.
Other ones just like, yeah, okay, fuck, you got everything unlocked. I guess we can just expand on it. Like part-time jobs and whatnot. So yeah, Shenmue 3 raised a lot of money. So I'm excited for that. I still need to buy the Shenmue collection at some point. The ones with the first and second one. And then just do because I don't want to do like a Twitch stream with it, because that shit gets, because they haven't like done any changes to the game except for like updating it for modern consoles. So it's still like you actually have to like wait so long for certain stuff. Yeah, real time for like stuff to unlock and whatnot. It's like,
dude, you could build your stream
the Red Dead before Red Dead.
Yeah. Well, at least Red Dead, has an accelerated time system. That beats the game from the 90s.
When you sleep in the game, it's real-time sleep.
Yeah, you can't.
So you have to sleep in real life.
Otherwise the game knows and it'll hunt you down. And like, fuck you. So yeah, so that's cool. I can't wait to see Shenmue 3 come out. Let's see if they have a release date yet. Probably they do. It's probably in the article.
Yeah, it says here that it looks like they had a Slacker backer campaign that continued to put it over 7 million.
Okay, yeah. So hopefully it'll be released on August 27th, 2019.
All right. So just a quick 11 months or 10 months or whatever time amount.
Well, they've been working on it since then.
A baby, a baby's length from now.
Well, I mean, they've been working on the game since they've announced it and whatnot. Right. It's just, I guess now that everything's finalized, like, okay, now we can add the extra shit. So yeah, look out for that. Look out for me playing at some point too. So I'll be pretty sick, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane. Like I really want the game to be good because of the
lineage
that it has, right? Because this is the type of game that could potentially just not quite hit the mark, and it would just nobody wants what Duke Nukem had.
It'd be the equivalent of Kingdom Hearts didn't have Kingdom Hearts 3 after all these years.
You were gonna bring up Kingdom Hearts. I knew.
No, I'm just saying. No, it's announced. It's released. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. No, I'm not shitting. I'm just saying it's almost. You can kind of compare it to that. Yeah. Because like all the since it's been announced to release, and then it got canceled, then it's just whatever. So it's been like a long time since Shenmue 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I tried to
didn't
play
try to trick
Shenmue
you.
1, but it's like
Yeah.
the controls, dude, are so fucking bad.
You'd think that
I
they,
thought
that
that they
too,
would
yeah.
be better because I tried to play it on a Sega or Dreamcast emulator, and I was like, these controls suck. I was like,
Well, yeah,
it's
that's
just the
just- yeah.
product of the time. It's fine. And then they remastered it and put it on Steam, and I'm like, all right, let's play it. Controls suck. What the fuck?
I'm sure
What
somebody's
the fuck?
fixed that problem because I'm not.
I looked
well, then
then, yeah, but they haven't. It's like, you don't have to have tank controls anymore. It's 2018. We don't need them.
yeah, nobody wants the tank unless you're in the tank.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
awful.
well, yeah. It's product of its time. Everything was about that tank back then. It was that tank life.
What if we just had them turn and then go instead of just move? Yeah, that sounds sick.
Yeah, let's do it, bro. Sounds great. It's the only way we could program it.
Yeah, it's the only that's how people walk. They look in the way that they want to go,
And then they go.
and then they go. And they want to turn, they turn their whole motherfucking body and then go that way. Just like a tank.
They don't shuffle or they don't, do a sidestep or anything. It wasn't invented back then, okay?
Yeah.
Sidestepping wasn't invented until the 2000s, Matt. You know this.
I'm telling you, dude. Telling you.
Tell you, bro.
You have to do the whole stop and turn. That's the best strategy.
Oh, I've come to a door. Oh, shit. It's locked. Guess I'll turn all the way around. Stupid.
So Obi-Wan and stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so Battlefront 2, I thought this was hilarious. Battlefront 2, they just announced that
More loot boxes.
that they're going. Oh God, that Obi Wan Kenobi is going to join the roster next week. Now, if you're like me, you might be a little confused because I thought that he would have already been in the game by now.
I mean, he has to be top 3 Jedi,
of all time,
right? Like, of popularity.
he's in.
Yoda, Luke. Who's the third, you might ask? Well, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, he's in like
Whoa.
effectively almost half of the movies out. Why isn't he in the game about the movies?
I've been thinking about it, and I think like they probably had him like ready to release with the game, like maybe like the first DLC or whatever, and then the whole fucking thing happened, where there's now laws against loot boxes and shit because of this game specifically. They're like, oh, well, we gotta give him a reason to keep playing. So, at some point, Obi-Wan's gonna be a DLC character that you can eventually buy. Just hang out until then.
Yeah,
Play your arcade mode for 3 hours and then, wait 100 hours or whatever to play more arcade mode for tokens to unlock more shit.
Oh my, it's the worst.
Yeah,
I'm
but
so glad I never
pride and
played that game.
accomplishment.
The most downvoted
There's so
comment
many
in history.
shitty company meme slogans this year that I forgot that was like I don't remember what game that was. That particular one.
Battlefront 2.
Is it Battlefront 2?
Yep.
I don't know. It could be Shadow of War.
It's all right here, baby.
It all applies. But yeah, so
damn.
he's going to join on November 28th. So in 3 days, at the time of this
And
recording,
with the whole Battle of Geonosis.
and the Battle of Geonosis. And apparently he's going to have Jedi Mind Trick because duh. Why are you even mentioning that? It's obvious.
Duh.
Apparently they're going to try
Weird
to design.
flex, but okay.
They're going to try to design him as he is in Clone Wars. So like as a General Kenobi. But the General Kenobi appearance won't join the game right away. You'll have to wait to get that one until later. So they're designing him with the idea that he's going to be General Kenobi, but you don't even actually get the appearance of him being General Kenobi till later, which means you got to unlock that with the friggin' tokens in game. You don't get it upon release.
Pride.
This game.
An accomplishment.
Accomplishment.
I'm so glad I don't play it because
Yeah, it's trash,
I'm
dude.
reading about it. Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, Battlefront 2 continues to be trash. So
Yeah, apparently he was announced back in August. And they're
Oh,
just now
cool.
getting him out.
More at 8.
What?
Let's go over some Fallout 70s.
More at 8.
Or 8. Oh,
More at
he
8.
said more. I thought he said Morty. I'm like, is that some Rick and Morty reference? I get.
God,
no, we don't make those references here.
We don't do that pickle Rick bullshit.
think it's the main reason
So,
why
yeah.
you haven't even watched that show, right?
It's like a big portion of it. Plus, I'm a little punk rocker, so I don't like things that are popular.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Fallout 76. What a disaster.
Yeah, I think
It,
a lot of people are saying that exact phrase. Fallout
Yeah.
76. What a disaster.
I think that's probably at least 3 headlines. At least.
Oh, Fallout 76 review. Buggier than a wet Saskatchewan summer.
Wow.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's hot.
IGN
Oh,
gave
this
it a
is-
5.
IGN gave it
a game a
5.
5.
And Giant Bomb's not even going to review it.
They refuse.
They were because nobody cares about the game on the entire staff. Nobody's like, yeah, I could do with this.
I mean, I'll take
Like,
it,
you know.
guys. It's fine. I got a,
Everybody was adamantly, no, absolutely not.
It's trash.
No. Yeah, it's just, man, you hate to see it because, like, if they actually, I don't want to say it this meanly, but if they actually worked on it, it might have been good. I don't know. It just seems like Fallout 4 plus a multiplayer mod, and then they added a Skyrim dragon for the final boss.
Yeah,
That's just
sounds
it.
like
They're like,
yeah, yeah. It's crazy because it feels like fans put this together. And I would, honestly, I would enjoy the hell out of the idea of this if it was like, yo, man, they got this crazy mod set up, right? It's like as if you're before Fallout 4, right? And then you have to play with other people and stuff. Like it's a whole thing. Like I would be really excited about that, and I would accept the faults that it has, but it's an official release, and apparently it's going to stand the test of time. I am starting to maybe think that might not happen considering how low that they're dropping the price already for the game.
it's already almost half off. Yeah, $35, or it is $35, right?
Yeah, on some retailers, yeah. It's not
Yeah,
Bethesda
so-
dropping the price yet.
But the retailers know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the
retailers
retailers
like,
are like, fuck.
We're not going to get anything out of this. Might as well get some money. Shit.
GameSpot gave it a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, on Metacritic, it has a 55 from reviewers and a 2.9 from users.
See, yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I get that some people are enjoying it because it's fun to play shitty games with friends, but
Dark
that's
Souls
not
2.
like that's not the reason to enjoy a game though. It's not
Right.
like, oh hey, look, I'm a giant mutated monster because I put on this power armor suit. Oh, that's not normal. Tee hee hee, tee hee hee hee, all the way into the night.
Right.
That's what grown men do, right?
Oh,
You
no,
like that?
absolutely.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
That's the new male ideal.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I thought so.
Tee inside of her power armor. Great. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Also, it's
Yeah.
the worst reviewed game, I think, of all time.
Bethesda's.
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah, no, because like all the other ones are at least. I think like the second. I think New Vegas was the one that was most.
It had
Worst
an
re-
84. Yeah.
Did it?
Because there was a big
Okay.
controversy that if it got an 85, they would get bonuses. But on Metacritic, it got an 84.
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh
they did
yeah,
not
then they
get
get
their
the bonus. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was super shitty.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember. I think Jim Sterling talked about that for a little bit, and like
Total
how
Biscuit
basically
as
they
well.
Yeah.
they only had like a year to actually make it, so
Mhm.
that's why they had like a bunch of reused models and shit. But
They had never used the creation engine before.
yeah,
Oh,
But,
I like this. I like this like first sentence from this review from RageQuit.gr. It's empty. It's an empty and soulless world, completely bland quest design, limited variety of unpolished content that gets repetitive very quickly, plus the typical game-breaking bugs and glitches we've come to expect from a Bethesda title using the same decades-old game engine mean that Fallout 76 is a game that doesn't even quite manage to appeal to the special co-op survival crowd it wants to appeal to in the first place, let
Yeah.
alone old or newer fans of the Fallout franchise.
And
it just seems like miss every single mark on every single checkboard.
and on the back of this terribly reviewed game, Bethesda goes, we're also going to use the creation engine for Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6. Same engine.
Oh yeah, and this is the same engine that worked on
Morrowind.
Fallout
Morrowind.
4. Oh, Morrowind. Oh yeah. Oh, so it's okay. Sorry.
Since Morrowind, they've
Yeah.
been using the same engine, patched over and reworked and just kind of like
This thing is a
Frankenstein.
fucking Frankenstein if I've ever seen one.
Right? Yeah.
And I'm not
Yeah.
talking about the guy. I'm talking about the monster.
Yeah, Frankenstein's monster.
Because
yeah.
some people
about the
like to
doctor.
be like, it's the doctor. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know,
You know what I mean?
the
Shut
significance of
Mary
this.
Shelley.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, this the significance of this is just the creation engine is like it's known for having particular limitations and particular problems and bugs, and I think almost every game's had some of the same types of issues before
They have a couple issues that have been present since Morrowind.
yeah, and they just don't like
Fix them.
they've been making Morrowind came out early 2000s because I think Oblivion came out 2005 because it was just before we met.
Yeah.
And so
May 1, 2002 is when Morrowind came out. This
Okay.
thing is 16 years old. That's
Yeah.
probably the oldest fucking engine.
still in use.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because at least
100%.
Unreal Engine, you know, got 1, 2, 3, 4.
and those
Just
engines
do Creation
are like,
Kit 2.
yeah, and those engines
Just
are
change the
actually
number.
different and updated, right?
Well,
Yeah.
this is updated, but it's not. It's
Different.
built on the skeletons of what
Yeah.
built Morrowind,
Right.
and eventually they're just gonna get out graphicsed. Like I can't imagine when because they're saying Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 are gonna release probably next gen.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that game gonna look like?
I
Because
don't know.
have you seen Red Dead? Have you seen God of War?
Right.
Have you seen Horizon Zero Dawn? Last of Us?
Yeah, and we're not the type of. I mean, like I don't think any of us are the type of players to just, judge any game based on its graphics as long as the game's good. But these games and this series of games and this company is like known for having, at least up to par of what everybody else has in the scene.
I would say at the below par, like at par, maybe slightly below.
Right, and the gap is just going to widen.
Yeah, I think it's just going to super widen.
And there are a lot of people out there that really care about that. And for a game to claim that it's AAA and that it's this big experience, that's that's one of those boxes that absolutely needs to be checked.
Do you remember the time when they basically had, because there's always been modders for Skyrim and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then you remember like the whole paid mod thing.
Oh yeah.
So basically they were trying to sell fixes to their own game at a certain point in time.
don't
Added
think-
content. There it was
Yeah.
armor pieces and it was weapons.
Oh, so it was never like bug fixes or anything.
No
right?
bug fixes.
I don't think they
no.
allowed bug fixes.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind. I thought they had bug fixes, but I
Dude,
guess
they
I
would
was
have
wrong.
been lit up.
Yeah, that would have
Oh,
been.
well, they were because I mean it's not.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
they
that's
were-
already
still doesn't
shitty.
exist.
Yeah.
But like they would have been more lit up.
Because that thing is long gone. But yeah, okay. Just want to make sure. I'm like, because I can see them doing that. They've done this creation kit, or like they did that paid DLC thing, and then they had that horse armor from Oblivion, which I mean that's still people are doing that still to this day. And there's horse armor everywhere, just for different people.
Well, they even lampooned it in their own fucking announcement. They had a crab armor. When they were talking about
Oh,
paid
yeah.
mods, they had the crab armor.
forgot
One of the
about
paid mods
that.
had to be crab armor. Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's so stupid.
We're self-aware.
One of the things
Hee hee hee.
I didn't know about this was apparently the game actually has locked FOV and frame rate,
Yeah.
and there's no support for anything bigger than 1920 by 1080.
Yep. And no FOV slider in the game. You have to change it in the INIs.
Yeah, you have to INI.
And then they did a tweet, and they're like, or not a tweet, but a Reddit post, and they're like, yeah, we're not going to add that ever because you can't.
What do you mean you can't? If you can change the INI, you can add a menu. What?
I mean, they might have
If
gone
it-
back on it,
Yeah,
but they
if it's a-
literally
what?
like 3 days before it came out, they posted like a Reddit thread about, oh, we hear your concerns. These are things that we're going to plan on fixing. These are things that are not going to be fixed.
Maybe they just don't see it as
Yeah, that's basically what they
as an important thing
Yeah.
on the list. It doesn't quite rank high enough.
Just it's a 16-year-old engine. It's had its run. Just update it. Just
Yeah, but it
Just get a
costs
new
so
one.
much money, Fizzcake.
they have the money.
It's going to cost so much
Skyrim's
money
on
for
everything.
them. It's going to cost them too much money to develop a new engine, Fizzcake. Okay? It's too
Todd.
much. It's
Todd,
too
don't
much
you mumble when you're
money.
talking to me. Speak up like a big boy.
Look, okay, Skyrim's going to be on the 3DS
What?
soon. I said Skyrim's going to be on the 3DS.
It's gonna be
Put
on
it
the
on a
PS Vita.
3DS, Todd.
Okay.
God damn
All
it.
right. You want to play games off your Stream Deck? We got you. Skyrim for Stream Deck. All right.
God, I can
You
see it
know?
happening.
But yeah, that's literally people who say they don't update their engine. That's the reason why, and they've said it. They're like, it'd be too much of an undertaking to get everything that we want done in an engine to, accomplish what we already accomplished with our Frankenstein.
Just take another couple years off, then. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't
just-
know. It's weird because it's like. Maybe it's because what I think it is. I think it's because they've had all these ongoing projects. Like they've been working on Starfield for a long time. They've probably been consistently working on Elder Scrolls 6.
No, they said that they don't even work on the.
They don't.
They don't.
Okay, well, my reason for them's out of the door.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they've been working on Starfield, but they say that they don't even have they have no idea about Elder Scrolls 6. They've been saying that for years.
Cool.
Of course, they did
So
say that about
18
Fallout 4, and then 6 months later, Fallout 4 came out.
And yeah, that's true.
That's how you control hype. Bethesda's great at hype, and terrible at it's becoming worse at execution.
Oh yeah.
And it's it sucks because I really wanted this game to be great. I wanted to have fun and play in the Fallout universe with my friends, but I'm not going to
because
do it.
we were halfway excited about it. We were wary. We're like, this doesn't sound like a great idea, but we could try it out if it comes out.
Yeah.
But then just the reviews came in and just kept getting worse and worse. It's like, well, I probably shouldn't touch that. Otherwise, I might actually die. I don't know. I don't want to die from video games. So how good? I don't want to get the video game AIDS.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's a shame. It really is. It's a damn shame. Hopefully they, I don't know, maybe they listen to people and they listen to the reviews and make a comeback. That would be great.
Yeah.
That's all they can do now.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it, yeah. So,
well, they'll
let's
pretend that it
hope.
never happened.
And just move on.
Right.
You're like, Fallout 76 is going great, guys. It's going to be on forever. I'm like, oh, God.
Illiterate.
Yeah. Damn you,
Look at it.
God coward.
God, coward.
Look at these
Come down
Todd
here and
rays. They're not even coming from the sun.
These Todd rays.
Just from his shining smile.
Oh, man.
All right. Wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Fistcake,
All right.
why don't you tell people where they can find you and what you're doing?
Hey, you can find me on the old Fistcake at twitch.tv/Fistcake, where I have a schedule now. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday is when I stream. This Monday, I'll be doing Dark Souls 2 with the boys again. Tuesday, we'll be doing Into the Veil. Thursday, I'll be doing Castlevania 3. Friday, I'll be doing some kind of group stream, I think. But if it doesn't work out, then... Oh, I forgot I played Rainbow Six Siege, but whatever. That's not important. But if it doesn't work out, I'll just play more Castlevania 3. And on YouTube, you can catch me there. I will have videos of Deltarune. We just finished... Well, we didn't, but... the videos for Resident Evil 6 just finished this week, so next week we'll have the Power Hour of Get Even, and then after that week, probably have starting a full LP of it, and then all that fun stuff.
Cool.
You can also catch me on the Twitter where I tweet about everything. Catch me there, and that's about. That's it for me.
Are you gonna put your
sorry.
VODs of Castlevania? I almost said The Witcher. Castlevania on YouTube.
Yeah, after Deltarune is I was going to say that I was going to mention my whole month-long plan, but I'm like, probably didn't need to. But yeah, eventually Castlevanias will be on the YouTubes, taking the place of the Deltarunes.
Cool.
That should only take one more week, so.
Yeah, I think it would be cool, and this is just a random idea I had. I don't know if you want to do just one video at the end of the entire Castlevania series, just kind of giving your thoughts of it, or like
a mini review kind of thing.
Or like a mini review for each one as you finish them.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Well, let me get over my
footage.
anxiety of the Red Dead 2 footage first, and then I'll work on that.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start. I have so much footage. I don't even know. But
you see, that's what happened with me and my entire playthrough of Dead Island Riptide that I recorded by myself with no commentary and just straight game footage that I still have on my computer, gigs and gigs of footage that I'll never put into any video, but it's there. And I you know what I did is I just didn't do it. But don't do what I did.
I was like, there's a point coming. One day.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I did. So you should do the opposite of that. And
There you go.
Truck forward. I believe in you.
You should send those to DC to do what does he do? The no context LPs or whatever.
Oh God, yeah.
We have so much we could send him.
It's like 7 hours of footage.
No, I'm talking about just in the history of our.
Oh, we do have a lot of footage.
We
of
have
this
so
stuff.
much footage.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah. So where can people find you? What are you two doing and stuff? What about you two? What you two? The band?
We are. So we are Neanderthal Gaming TV, obviously. You can catch us on YouTube at youtube.com/Neanderthal Gaming TV and Twitch at twitch.tv/Neanderthal Gaming TV. Also follow us on Twitter at Neanderthal GTV. This upcoming week, Monday, Tuesday, like Fiskey said, we're doing Dark Souls and then Into the Veil, playing some more Call of Cthulhu. Hopefully that game gets better. Throughout the rest of the week, probably going to have a Pokemon Let's Go stream, probably.
Yeah, I think what we should do is beat Pokemon Let's Go during the nighttime streams.
Okay.
Coming up.
Yeah. So just stay tuned. I've given up setting a specific date throughout the week. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, probably Wednesday or Thursday, maybe both days. We'll probably end up streaming. Coming up on the 7th of December, I'm just saying it a podcast ahead of time just in case. On the 7th of December, the day that Smash Ultimate comes out, we're getting it. We're playing it. That weekend is Smash Ultimate weekend.
And then on the 9th, we're doing a 24-hour extra live stream.
Yes.
Where Fiskey is going to come over. He's going to be real live. He's going to come here.
And we're
going to play some games. Probably Ultimate, probably Mario Party, probably other games that Nintendo owns and will not let us make any money off of because they're bastards.
But as long as we save the kids, that's the most important part of the end of the day. It's all about saving those kids with the $100 we're going to try to raise.
Yes. So that's our goal is $100.
I just realized that I was kind of a dick to be like, oh, they're not going to let us make any money off of it.
Yeah.
And we're like, we're going to give it to charity.
This is a charity.
My bad.
No, you're fine. No, you're
great,
still right.
I did not even think about that. I was just like, make the joke about Nintendo.
Yeah.
It's great because it made this moment. The moment where we all laughed about it.
At me.
Yep.
Is this what you feel
No,
like,
that's
Spencer?
Sure. But yeah, so on the 9th, like we said, and we'll give more details. In fact, to get more details about that, for Content Complete specific information, follow us at ConConcast on Twitter. Also, send us stuff at our Gmail account, contentcompletecast@gmail.com. The podcast goes live at 3 p.m. Pacific time on Sundays on twitch.tv/ConComcast and twitch.tv/Neanderthal Gaming TV. We dual-cast that shit. All episodes are available on YouTube on our Neanderthal Gaming TV account, and the audio-only version is available on your favorite podcasting app. Both are released on Mondays, so usually. And we stream on Sundays, and then the very next day it's available. So any last words, dudes?
For people who have been missing the audio podcast, I'm sorry. I'm still working on it. For some reason, shit just doesn't work. I've been talking with Hipcast and iTunes, but hopefully this week it will get fixed. If not, I will figure something else out. Might just go back to the old plan. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But it should only hopefully
we're working on it.
Hopefully 2 more days because it has to refresh or some shit. So stay tuned. I'll keep you posted. And then the good news is once it works, there'll be like 4 new episodes that you can listen to one day, and that's like 6 hours of content. I mean, you're welcome, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for waiting for so long, fuckers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, send it to Nintendo. They're not giving us any money.
Especially not for the children. Nintendo hates children. Okay.
Yeah. On that note,
Okay,
thanks everyone so much for watching. For listening,
now they're
and
definitely
we'll
not going to
see
give
you
us any
guys-
money.
We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.
Updating content.
Oh, yeah. There we go. What were we talking about? I'm sorry, yeah.
Complete.